Hey guys, it's Cole. I owe an explanation. I don't feel that it's right to just hand wave and go into patch 6.3 and pretend that nothing happened. I've got a lot to apologize to everyone for who wanted me to do more coverage, more discussions, more podcasts, and basically more content over the Christmas season, Halloween, and if I'm super frank, just the past few months, honestly. I did not live up to your expectations, and I know it. I hope that you can forgive me. I really do plan to work hard and to live up to hopefully make the community a better place, and will strive to be a better, more productive person. So explanation time, because I vanished for a long while, and I was genuinely, truly scared to say too much given the extreme seriousness of what was going on, and I wish that I was clickbaiting when I was saying that. I'm gonna say what happened last year real fast because I don't want to linger on the negative and instead focus on positivity, plans for the future, and developments that I plan to do with my channel, website, and more in this video rather than negative. I'm gonna rip it off like a band-aid real quick. I can now say that my dad is healthy, and that was one of the biggest blessings that I got a few weeks ago in December, but the months before I found out that he doesn't have cancer was a vortex of horror. Especially because last year many members of my family I had to say goodbye to. Specifically last year my nana died, and then my grandfather on the other side died, amongst a tapestry of other serious problems for the family, most of which are resolved now, thank goodness. But the icing on the cake was just facing powerlessness even in my own small life. I was laid off from my job on the exact, and I exaggerate not, the exact same day that my boyfriend moved countries for his job. The economy didn't treat my last job so well, and so layoffs were going through the company, and ends up software devs were a part of that too, just a few waves deep. Okay, negative over, band-aid has been ripped off. As a result of this, I stopped uploading regularly for months at the tail end of 2022. As everyone knows, that's the peak time to make content, ad revenue peaks, viewership goes through the roof, opportunities to grow your channels, like subscribers and metrics, it spikes. Everyone knows this, and I just stopped. I didn't want to do it. My motivation nosedive, which sounds absolutely insane because like I just said, if there was ever a time to make content, it is like September through New Year's. As some lovely people called it, I was doing the Pokemon Voltorb equivalent of YouTube quitting and like self-destructing. I'll talk more about it in a bit, but the only place the past few months that I derived satisfaction and any sense of control from was frankly diving headfirst into my website, which became an all-consuming therapeutic process. I wish I was exaggerating, that sounds probably so nerdy. As I know I've said before, I don't really make money here, and I don't consider it really a revenue source at all. I make basically pennies per video, if not go straight into loss each month between subscription fees to Adobe as one particular example. Unless in this economy I'm meant to buy a house on say $200 a month. I'm not going to be doing this social climbing, cutthroat, oh I'm going to screw everyone over, I'm going to clickbait and just be a nasty person for money kind of thing. I'm just going to keep in my own lane. I'm just going to be me and keep it real. Because frankly, life is way too freaking short to do anything else, and I have now experienced that very much firsthand. Although let me disclaimer, obviously, because I dream of having a house one day. Like I really want to be a homeowner. That is a big milestone in my life I want to achieve. Every dollar matters. Let me not get ahead of myself. Opening a tax-free savings account, blah blah blah, late 20s talks, boring, sorry, I know, moving on. So what motivates me really in anything is love and passion. Love for my family, love for my dog, best Pomeranian ever, love for Final Fantasy XIV Community and the developers, love for my boyfriend, positive, happy memories and keepsakes, things that are so fleeting, things to remember. That's what you can't get back. That's what you can't just buy. That's what makes life worth living for me. And I really want to be remembered as someone who's loved, who gave back, who uplifted others. That's something that I earnestly hope I can achieve one day. Life is short, so fleeting, and so fragile. People say it, but I think that you need to live it firsthand to actually know the gravity of those words, and unfortunately I have experienced it in spades at this point, and so it is really fleeting. It's really does go by. So I am honestly, earnestly here for the community, and that is exactly why I'm coming back, because I actually really do love you guys. But my motivation, I'm not gonna lie, because of the love of my family and everything that I was going through, after October, it became distinctly painful to try and record videos. Almost everything that I had to say wasn't even negative. That's probably the worst part and weirdest part too. It was like I was in limbo and managed to hold it pretty well together in September, and then October we just kind of went flying off to LOL what's the point land. Like, when you're laid off from your job, you're scared your dad has cancer, and you just buried multiple family members a few months ago, and your main pillar of support in your life is working his backside off, doing insane overtime in a completely different country. Literally anything related to anything seems pointless and feel helpless. That's probably the worst of it, because I feel like I have been totally, utterly helpless in all of this. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Seeing my mom and my boyfriend work insane amounts of overtime as I'm just here just feels miserable. And how much can I change of that? Honestly, nothing. Until I looked at the project that I worked on and failed on, I'm just gonna call it that. My website is something that still gets, according to Cloudflare, like 3,000 views or so a day of traffic, which I totally do not deserve at this point because I let the project slide. Frankly, the way I architected it was completely off base. It would not scale. It was laggy. It was having, not bugs, but it was having a lot of tragically, terribly, horribly technical debt laden everything, quite literally held together by elastic bands, strings, and prayer. And I decided, okay, we can do a 1-2 punch. We can give me something to do that will let me land my next job, an undeniable portfolio piece, and something that I earnestly think that the community needs, a special, completely Final Fantasy XIV focused fan site that is owned, operated by someone who genuinely loves the game and the community, because I have been here for years. I'm a proven commodity. You guys know me, and if you don't, I really hope that I can make a positive impression on you. I just keep it real, as this video probably shows. But now I need to be frank, it's kind of also a major bummer to do this video because my mistakes I learned from my last, I try and refuse to just rush things and put things out that aren't properly automatically tested, properly continuously integrated, end-to-end testing, proper scalable architecture, security, blah blah blah. Sorry, I'm gonna move on. So today's video was unfortunately originally planned to be the unveiling of it alongside this explanation of what went on, but unfortunately due to stubbornness on my part to get things right after the past pain, it'll be delayed a bit into 6.3. I will get it right this time. Further from that, I am created my computer for the first time after 7 years. I love my baby, but it could not stream. I couldn't do crazy things like what CoffeeZilla does in the background in his videos, which I find inspirational. And so with all that said and done, I had to get a computer if I want to make content the way that I wanted to make it. Love or hate the guy, CoffeeZilla's setup is fantastic and fun. I want to emulate it with my own camera and Unreal Engine background. As a developer, I know I can do some freaking crazy stuff in there, and yes, I totally do know how to program in C++. For real, in university I did so much, not even like lots of C++, but also C with memory handling. Guys, even with auto pointers, I knew what I was doing. I think this will be fun, actually. So streams, cameras, the rest are coming online, because I feel at this point the majority of creators that succeed have a face cam, and it's really been my Achilles heel. It has been like such a stupid thing for me not do that. Either that or they have a VTuber model. But call me narcissistic, but I am me. I have my own name as my channel name with a tiny twist. I don't want to be a VTuber model for myself, though, to be quite clear, nothing against those that want to do it, just not for me. Like, in my own spare time, like as like a background to like coding, is I've had a Asmongold stream running for like 1 billion years, and Asmongold has had a camera for like 1 billion years. I need to really stop making stupid excuses at this point. And with that, I'm just gonna close this video off. There is more that I probably could say, but I'm choosing not to for now because I need to make more. I want to do more actions and less talk. And I'll just reiterate what I said at the start of this video. I gotta apologize to everyone that wanted me to do more. I let you down, and I really hope that you can forgive me. I really do plan to work hard and to hopefully live up to my own goals as well as what everyone hopes that I can be. And yeah, I hope that you will take the next few steps with me. They won't be perfect. I will make mistakes, but I can say I will try.